We are back with another episode of Beers and Budgeting. This one is going to be a conversation of unexpected house repairs, events, and we're gonna have a beer when we get into it in just a second. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Justine. This is my husband, Kyle.
Sup?
That was so melancholy.
Oh man, July. That's how I feel about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about why July was such a downer, but I think we should have an upper. This is not an upper. A beer is where I'm going. This is where I'm going.
Actually, it's a downer technically. But
but it's an upper right now because I am parched.
Right.
What are we drinking?
Well, it's a staple in my fridge. I don't know if it's everywhere in the country. It probably is in most places in the Midwest, but I almost always have this one in my fridge. It is from, there we go. All right, now it's focused. It's from Casey Beer Co. It is the Dunkel, and it is just a good beer. It's a little bit darker. It's not a dark beer. It's not a light beer. It's just a good beer.
It's a good beer. It's 5%, so it's very drinkable.
It's from here in town, so.
It's so good.
It is.
You can literally drink it year round.
Yeah, that's very true. It's a brown lager if anyone cares, but it's.
And I found, I think it was a 24 pack at Costco for $28 or reverse the numbers, something like that. So I was like, yes, please. We're going to sign up for that.
For 24 bucks?
I mean, right? 28, that's a thing. 28 pack. Okay, before we get into the budget, I think we need to give them the story about what happened in July.
Oh, so we got 11 inches of rain, 10.7, in one night. And it was so much water that it couldn't, our basement flooded, our sump pump couldn't keep up. It was just running nonstop, burnt out, basement flooded. So that was a chaotic day. I was supposed to go to meetings and all this stuff, and I was like, cancel that, clean this up, get it things. Her parents came over. Everything was ruined. We tore out all the full. We tore out all the flooring. I tore out the bathroom down there. I put in a new sump pump that day. Home Depot had pallets sitting at the front door at the checkout of just sump pumps.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And it was just not my favorite day at all. The sump pump was, here's the thing. If you just bought a house, you just moved into a house, whatever, just go buy a new sump pump right now and install it. You don't need to pay someone. It's not that difficult. You just take the old one out, put the new one in. It's not too difficult. Test it to make sure it works, because it's a anywhere from $200 to $400 piece of equipment. But if it's brand new and you know that it's working, it will save you thousands of dollars. And then on top of that, get a battery backup for your sump pump system,
which we still need to do.
We're still, it's a mess right now. The basement is completely torn apart. So if it floods again, I don't really give a shit because there's nothing down there. I tore out the drywall. I tore out everything you could possibly tear out in a basement. So
yeah, you tore out the bottom 2 feet of drywall.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a complete loss on the drywall.
It was enough that the water covered the layer of the floor. It wasn't like we had like ankle deep or knee deep water, but it was coming in through the windowsill and all this other stuff. It was just, there was so much rain. 11 inches of rain in one night. They said it was like a 1 in 1,000 year rain, which is weird because last summer we got a 1 in 500 year rain. And,
It's funny talking to our neighbors because they're like, we never get this amount of rain ever. And now I just feel like, hey, climate change is a real thing. We are starting to experience really heavy rainfall in the Midwest, and we need to be able to put the right gear and equipment in our house in order to mitigate water from coming back in. So that actually prompted us, because we tore out the floors, we tore out the padding, the plastic lining, got it down to the concrete, and it sparked a conversation of how is the water running around our house. So now we're talking about regrading the dirt and the land around our house to make sure water is flowing properly around it.
Yep.
which is an additional cost. This happened during us getting started on fixing the retaining wall. We had already put down a deposit, or it's 50% deposit, 40%, whatever. Yeah. So we were already started on that, and now it's like, well, we can't stop that project, but we also now have to address the basement. Yeah. And being a homeowner right now, it was really sucky. Shout out to Mike, Jennifer, and Izzy for coming over and helping us with either removing flooring or removing water, because that was just, or both, it was just insane. On top of watching the kids. And shout out to your mom for coming up, like, last second was like, can you watch them while we do this? And that's that makes having family close by really, really nice, but also
it didn't rain 11 inches on a third floor apartment in LA. So
certainly did not. It did not. That was the big news from July that I thought we should share before we get into the budget. But I think let's go over the numbers.
Well, hold on. So what are we planning on doing? How are we going to budget for the basement to get redone and all of that stuff? So right now, we're not doing anything with the basement. We've got to get the water problem fixed outside. And so I got 3 quotes for everything. Doesn't matter what it is, I get 3 quotes. And I'm getting quotes on fixing the problem outside so it doesn't happen again. And then, not by this Christmas, but by next Christmas, we're hoping that we have the basement redone. And so that way we've got time to save up money, plan, find deals, do the Labor Day sales, the Memorial Day sales to try and figure out what we want and what we get at a discount.
Yeah.
So.
And I think it was a shitty situation. And normally you're the pessimist, I'm the optimist.
What?
Did you all know that?
No way.
But actually, you surprised me with this, because once you got it cleared out, you were like, I have an idea of how we can make this basement even better than what it was before. And he was like, hear me out, basement bar, this kind of cabinetry, this type of lighting, this is where we put the wraparound couch, this is where we put a puzzle table, all of the cool things that we really want in a basement. And I was like, wow, Kyle Nelson, here we are.
Oh, I'm blushing.
I'm rubbing off on you a little bit. And I think you also took pride in being able to DIY all of it up to this point.
Oh yeah, I haven't had to hire a single contractor to do anything.
But also recognizing when you would hire out stuff, like the drywall.
Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah.
Speaking from experience. So I think we have the opportunity to create something really cool, but also put in some sweat equity to make it ours.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
So yeah, and we told the contractor who's working on a retaining wall, we're like, we only move as fast as cash. We only move unless we have the pay in full cost. And if we don't have it, then we're going to wait and pivot on the things that absolutely need our attention. Like the regrading needs attention. Yeah. The sump pump, backup battery, a backup sump, all of those things. And let us know in the comments, have you guys ever dealt with flooding issues in your house or in general? I'm anxious to hear.
I'm sure.
It's not a good club to be in.
I'm treating it like a car battery. Like every 5 years, I'm just going to replace the sump pump. I'm just going to do it. I don't care if it still works or not. I'll sell it on Facebook Marketplace and let someone else have it fail on in.
Yeah.
We did also buy these little water meters, the Govee water meters. This is a long story, but there's a lot of detail financially here. So we bought these little water sensors that connect to a middle hub, and then it connects to your phone to tell you if there's water anywhere in your house, as long as you have the sensor there. So we wanted to file an insurance claim, but what we found out is that the insurance, the money they were going to give us was nothing, basically. So by the time we paid the deductible, and then they were going to send us a check for what we got, we were only going to get $2,500 out of this. I'm like, $2,500? And that goes to people like pulling out your drywall and all this stuff. It was like, that's nothing. And then they said they were going to raise our rates for the next 5 years. So I'm like, this is basically a loan. I'm going to pay more money than I'm actually going to get out of the insurance.
They neither confirmed nor denied that the premium rates would go up, but it would be factored in, was the language that they used, which AKA they raise it.
Yeah.
And so I said, if we just close this out completely without accepting the cash, will that impact anything? They told me no. So I'm hoping that's still the case, because we did open the claim, but we never accepted the cash payout.
Yeah.
So
we should probably call back and confirm that.
right. Anything else?
So let me finish the story.
Okay.
So because it's such a little amount, what we've learned, and even just through talking to one of our other neighbors that is experienced something similar, and he's the one who recommended all these little water sensors to us, is that it's worth the money. You spend the $500 on the water sensors, and we have like 17 of them in our house right now. But just a little bit of water dripping in a random bathroom, behind the toilet, underneath the sink, who knows? You can catch that early, and to the point where it's like, oh, we can just use a rag and clean this up and you're done. Whereas if that thing's going and you don't see it, it's going to get through. It's going to get to the ceiling. It's going to get in the flooring. It's going to be thousands of dollars worth of damage, and insurance isn't going to cover much. So by spending the money up front, you can save yourself thousands of dollars in the end. It's one of those things financially that if you have those funds, I understand that not everyone can spend $300 on water sensors, but if you have those funds, it can save you a lot of money. I recommend doing it.
A $300 one-time purchase has the potential to save you thousands, like tens of thousands, if we're talking about a basement.
If I had to write on a list of what do I wish I knew before I bought a house, that's one of the things, is a backup battery for your sump pump system and water sensors. The water damage stuff is real. So anyways,
okay.
I wasn't even a rant. I felt like that was more like an educational lecture. So
it's just this is what happened, and here's what we learned from it, and here's what we're doing moving forward.
Hopefully it saves you money. If it does, buy me a beer.
And then buy me one, because I'm the one who runs this channel. Okay, let's get into the budget. We talk about the basement flooding. A couple of things at the end of July. Our July energy bill that we paid in August, I believe, yes, was $400. So I switched us to an average pay plan for our energy bill, and now that will be $152 moving forward.
It's been a wicked hot summer too. I mean, I did love in the comments on the last video how everyone put their location and costs and stuff, and I was like, this is fantastic.
Yeah.
I feel like there was a good amount of data there.
There was a lot of data. Thanks, guys, for chiming in on that.
Mm-hmm.
Talked about basement flooding. Kyle gets back at Justine for custom frames with a custom golf club. So that purchase happened in July. This is another story.
And if you can tell, I'm not laughing right now because I signed up for this. I actually took a week off of work. I was like, hey, we've been working a lot. Let me actually take a break. I didn't go anywhere. I just stayed in town. I was like, I like golf. I went golfing with my cousin. It was like, hey, there's this other golf thing where they do a free fitting. And then the way they get you is that they're like, oh, you have to buy a club. And I was like, well, I don't remember seeing that in this fine print. So the two golf clubs the guy fits me in are like the two most expensive golf clubs that you can possibly buy.
Of course.
And it's like, well, what if I just leave and walk out? You know, and they got all your information, and I don't need any kind of small claims court kind of crap. So I ended up having to buy a $400 golf club because of this. I gave them a 1-star review. I told them that I was swindled. I did not leave there happy. I was in the parking lot in my car, kind of panicking, calling Justine and just being super upset about it. It was supposed to be a thing to treat myself on a week off, and it wasn't going to be anything. And then it's just like, I was just so irate. Just couldn't believe it. And I hate being swindled. And that's what it really felt like. And I'm like, I'm smarter than that to get swindled. And man, they still got me. And I will never go back to that place. And every time I talk to someone on a golf course, I tell them to avoid that store as much as possible.
Yeah. I mean, you were going in with the expectations of you would get a custom fitting without having the pressure to purchase one.
Yeah.
You would just get your data and your numbers, and then you could make a decision from there.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what I think, because that's what I've done in the past. That's the way it was in the past. It's like, hey, free fitting, just sign up. It's like, okay, great. No, it was either a $400 club or a $2,000 club. And I was like, I wanted to slap the guy. Like, you basically knew that I was going to be forced to purchase a club today, and you forced the whole thing to be in these two most expensive things.
That's awful.
So and then he's been trying to call me and email me and be like, hey, you should come back and we should finish, the fitting and stuff. And I'm like,
did you not see my review?
See my review?
Clearly they did not.
Yeah. So, yeah, in an accidental, unintentional way, I got back at Justine for the picture frames. The only good part is that I still use my golf club that I got all the time. I still don't know what color the picture frames are.
Oh my gosh. Seriously, bro? Come on now. Come on.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Anyways, let's get into the budget.
This has gone on long enough.
This is the longest episode.
We had planned on a 13K income month. We actually brought in over 16K, and that was because you had an extra paycheck.
Oh, nice. Okay. That's helpful.
And we had extra income come in from various things. I think we had sold quite a few things on Marketplace.
Yeah, we've been selling a lot of stuff.
And I want to get back into that. It's been kind of a wild past 6 weeks, to be honest with you. However, we did some good things on the budget. Should we go down to the fixed expenses?
Let's do it.
Okay, so electricity was up. We paid $264. It'll be $400 for August. Everything else looked really good. And honestly, with groceries, we just were over $90 on the $900 budget. The past couple of months, we've been averaging about $1,100 to $1,200.
Does this include the bridal showers and all that stuff? Or I guess July there wasn't any. It was June and August where we were hosting the
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So $990 spent on groceries, household, and alcohol purchases. Being $90 over was like, oh, okay. we actually did something decent here. We spent a lot of money out of our home improvement and repairs sinking fund because of the basement flooding. So we had to purchase a whole new sump pump and all the stuff that goes along with that.
Cleaning supplies, tools to take out the drywall, all that stuff.
Yeah, the sump pump and those parts alone was like $400.
Yeah.
So just letting you know, sump pumps definitely need to be taken a look at if we haven't already made that clear. What else on the fixed expenses? We're starting to factor in our nanny expense, which was slightly over the average. But again, it's all based on according to weeks and hours worked.
Right. There was an extra week too, wasn't there? Mm-hmm. It's a longer month.
We did actually pretty good on restaurants too. Overall, food-wise, we did pretty good, I want to say, because $400, $456, we were slightly over on both groceries and restaurants, but not terrible. I'm not going to beat ourselves up about it because we were dealing with the basement. And then we spent money out of all of our sinking funds for fun, except for you, Kyle. But we agreed that your golf club was going to come out of the clothing fund.
Right.
Or did I put it for shopping?
It should come out of the clothing fund. That's what we talked about.
Okay. All right. Then we'll do that.
Okay.
You're also going to see this line item from home upgrades for $7,082. That was the partial payment to the contractor for the retaining wall, which a little spoiler, we're looking at it and
you got 80% done.
It's getting fixed as we speak.
It's awesome.
It looks so cool.
Yeah.
I keep sending Snapchats to my family. I'm like, I've never been so excited about a rock wall in my entire life. This is so cool. It's just gonna look badass once it's all put together. We have our fire pit and everything like that. And then I spent money out of the vacation fund because in July I went to Miami for my sister's bachelorette party. And so that was money that was spent out of that. That included Ubers, food, entertainment, groceries down there because we split an Airbnb, all that stuff. Oh yeah. Okay. This was everything. If you can see here, all the home improvement and repairs, we did a lot. I forgot that you got the new tub spout for the guest bathroom, and the new kitchen faucet, and moisture meter, water leak detectors. You got that rubber edging material that I think is still not opened because we were waiting on that, right?
Yeah, yeah. We'll use it, trust me.
And a rain guard for the window well. We got a bunch of stuff. Radon detector, gas detector, moisture meter. Like all these tools to help protect us and figure out when things are going south.
Oh no, tools. Oh no.
The right tool for the right job. Yeah, so that was everything that came out of the vacation fund. I've got to redo some of this stuff because like I had put a group charge on our card and then I had people Venmo me for that. So I need to change how this is all put together for the vacation fund.
Okay.
Let me go back up. Okay, notes for August, the electric bill, and then our car registration for both cars are due in August, and the car insurance premium for the Subaru is due.
Okay.
It's premium for Subaru, which is, I just did that, $302 for 6 months.
Cool. Thanks, man.
All right. We have money left over from July.
Wonder where that's gonna go. Do we even need to have this conversation for the next 2 years?
I know. I feel like before we used to say, "Oh, it goes to the down payment fund. Oh, it goes to the car fund. Oh, it goes to the down payment fund."
Yeah.
And now we're like, just the house.
Yeah.
It's going towards the house.
It's going to the house.
Yeah. Whether it's the basement, the regrading, additional costs for the retaining wall as we finish up that project, I think that's where that's going to go.
Yeah.
So, yep. Womp womp. How boring.
Not to like an all-inclusive vacation or anything like that. Although if I look at it right, if I finish the basement and I'm sitting down there drinking a cocktail, it is all-inclusive.
Yeah. I honestly, if the vision that you had shared with me about the basement is a reality, then that will feel all-inclusive.
It'll feel awesome, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess a question for everybody watching is, what would be included in your dream basement?
Ooh, yeah.
If you could dream up, because I think this would give us good food for thought as we kind of...
Yeah, or anything you would not do if you've done it already. You're like, yeah, I regret doing this.
Yeah. What would be included in your dream basement? Comment below and let us know. And we'll see you for August Beers and Budgeting episode coming up shortly because we're behind schedule. But
we had a basement to deal with.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Cheers, you guys. Catch you next time.
See ya.